Okay. Sorry, that was a loud cough, you know? No, I was going to sneeze as well. Hello, Sag. Love, please. How is everyone? I'm going good, Pinky, and you? Hierophant and the Hangman. There's something that's holding you back from love in general. And I think it's just that you don't trust yourself to make wise decisions on love the way that you love people, and that you should actually trust yourself more because your natural instinct is to not trust people, and that is okay, but you need to address that. Um, Overall, I just feel like most of the time you're just holding yourself back from what you want. So, Rupali says, "Is Maya affected by me keeping distance from him? Was feelings from me?" Rupali, it's kind of interesting. This person's not affected by the things that you think they are. Actually, they're probably not affected at all because they do generally love you. But the Emperor means that this person probably knows that something's up, and they know that it's not good. Whatever it is not good. So, yeah. Sumbala says, "Hello, Thera," and what do you guys want you to know? Okay, so temperance, so moderation. Moderate your behaviors. Page of Cups, you're getting out of yourself a part of your time of self-reflection. So you're actually self-reflectors over an Ace of Wands. You're actually really striving for what you're working on. So you're actually getting closer to it overall, Sambala. Hello everyone. How is everyone today? I'm going good, thank you. I was feeling a little bit down today, but overall, maybe it's just that the weather was kind of overcast today. So what's going on with Chris? Chris is very interesting because this person's like got some ideas, and this is going to include like traveling, per se. Um, this person still cares about you a lot and wants to look after you and wants to protect you, but they're kind of burnt out as well. So they're kind of getting into a downtime for them, and they'll be growing more opportunities. So this might be growing something with you and growing something with other opportunities that come on with that, main. So I would definitely say that person's thinking a lot. No, I'm very sure if your friend wants to ask something and she's not here, but you are willing to pass that on, then I'm sure that that's going to be something I can do for you. Pumpkins and Mummy's World. Was this Aquarius ever attracted to me? Says Pinky. Yes, this person was very attracted to you. But I think they also tend to spread themselves thin in relationships. They probably don't even know how to really get in a relationship very well before it just is over. So they tend to be on the outside where they sabotage it a little bit. Um, so Peaches says, "Hello, can I ask why the Pisces missed our meeting?" it's interesting that you might have kind of scared this person off because you're very self-directive, Beaches. That's not a bad thing, but in general, I feel like this person might feel a little bit older, a little bit more like, not as like, um, not as happy as you or optimistic. And so this person felt like it was the best if they didn't attend this meeting with you, if that makes sense. Momo says, what am Libra's current feelings for me after he saw my call? This is weird because this person, Momo, is not telling you the truth. They're also feeling very guilty about it as well. It's kind of like the deception is more than them combined. They're actually feeling quite guilty about that. So I don't know, Momo, because this person's not completely telling you truth. They're probably not dishonest because they feel guilt, but in general, that there's something there that they haven't really told you much about. Okay, so Pusha says, hi, MS feelings for me currently. So this is Nine of Pentacles. So this person's working very hard for you, Pooja, in general. But in the reverse, they're remembering something that happened to them in the past. And it's the argument that came up. They probably thought that there was outside influence as well, why you were bringing this thing up. So they're still remembering that. Even though they're working hard, they still haven't resolved that issue with you. Takwa says, does Abud love me? He's Gemini. Unfortunately, there's a heartbreak card. This person naturally doesn't work very well because they tend to fall into a relationship. So they don't really make their mind up before they're already in a relationship. So I would say no. Like the cards have brought up a heartbreak card for you. So I would generally say that this person might never understand politically what he's looking for a relationship before he's like in one. And that's not good because overall, if you don't trust yourself to know, then you're never gonna know, right? So when will an employer from a job bank site hire me when? So the moderation card's here. So it seems like you need to be more patient. So this is not going to take, this is going to take a while, I feel, for you in general. Not that you're a bad person because overall the cards are not saying bad, but it seems like your period of self-reflection about this is coming out. So I think it's more, don't dwell on it, just keep on going. So don't worry, because with the card saying it's patient, it's coming to fruition probably in about 6 months or less. So just keep on being a patient. MA says, hey, what does David want with me? This person's seen you and thought that that you are kind of combined. This is like a love card, but this is like two people meeting each other and knowing that they're very compatible, whether it was like religion or background. You're both very compatible and you guys can see the compatibility. The full card in reverse means that this person wants to just play and see how it goes, but they're watching you closely. So it seems like they're very they might say they're not invested, but they tend to be more leaning towards being invested in you than away from you. So Hello, Enchantress. How are you? If I start my business, will it go good? Is this cancer using me? The hardest part is there's no formation here. Like, at the moment, your business won't go good. And I think it's just the lack of forward planning or momentum overall, but that's okay. So obviously the cards are saying not yet, so just keep on planning, getting yourself through the planning phase. Is this Cancer using you for money? The Hangman seems no. This person might be in a situation that they've kind of got in so many different scrapes and pickles that they've needed to ask you, but overall they're not using you. They just got into this situation and can't get out. Without them realizing that they'll just naturally fall and land on their feet. So you might have to sit there and go, you're going to be okay, instead of just helping them out, Does S miss me? Will he talk to me again? It seems like this person's not really manifesting a thing again with you, Bay. But that doesn't mean that this person might rock back up in your life somehow. I don't think that he misses you at all because of the Ace of Cups. So this is new love coming in for this person. So overall, I don't think this person's going to be really that big in your life anymore. You're very welcome, Jay. Chantress says, do my mentors believe I'll be able to qualify for the exam? I think they do. Actually, you're very good at being. How would I say this? Like overall, I think that you do appear intelligent to other people, Enchantress, which is weird because I wouldn't say you're not just appearing as smart. You tend to have a lot of options under your belt that you can use. But overall, I think the interesting thing is you get to the conclusion of the answer before you even read the text. I think like as soon as you read it, you kind of understand what it's asking for. So I don't think it's very hard, and the mentors know that you'll pass. Um, they have a lot of like faith in that. Okay, so Arita says, how is it going for Alexander and Agnes? Are they happy? They are in the moment. There seems to be some kind of financial issue here that's kind of a little bit draining, that they were expecting like more money to come in, but it's not. So it's kind of hard because they are happy, but also this tension here is kind of getting them down as well. Mahini says, hi dear AJ's current feelings towards me. Well, this person really wants to flirt with you. And they're also quite a adventurous person. So it's kind of an interesting thing for me is that there's not much about you, but they're still loving this conversation between you guys. So I think honestly, this person is quite adventurous, so they might be a little bit flighty overall. So don't expect them to be completely pinned down, but they're still enjoying the conversation or the flirting that's going on. So Butra says, is Manil gonna let me and Bestie stay at his house? Thank you. I think so, Butra. Be not surprised about, like, you're a little bit anxious, but good surprises around the corner. So it might be that you don't get completely what you want, but you still get what you want anyway. So don't worry. You're very welcome, Anita. You're very welcome, Bay. Chi Mama says, will my person revert back to me this week? I think you just need to proceed on with your plans. So you need to probably stay present and realize that even if like you're waiting for this person, this is kind of a weak spot for you. And I would honestly say proceed on your own of what you were waiting for, proceed on your own with, because waiting around for them, holding your thumbs is going to be a hard thing. Yeah, no worries. What's my next? Oh, this is interesting. This person actually really cares about you, and doesn't want to show it. This this is actually a weird energy for swords actually. So overall, they might look out on the outside very cheerful, have very like upbeat and very optimistic, and go with the flow, no care in the world. But the dark swords, they tend to constantly think, and they're kind of really high up on the thought scale. So it's kind of interesting thing. This kind of counter opposite. This swords probably wishes that they were more like this, to be honest. But overall, there's just this playfulness there. They're kind of constantly watching you and make sure that they don't stray lines or barriers, but they do want either family or creative connection with you. So overall, I feel like that's a good thing. Pinky says, is new love coming in? Yes, that's easy. So Ace of Cups. There's another one too. There's there's a couple of options coming in, but yes, new love's coming in and quite quickly too because you got Ace of Cups. So I would definitely say that resonated very quickly with the cards. Okay, so Pretty says hi. Current feelings of Hassan towards me. It's weird because this oh yeah. Okay. This person's holding on to something that happened in the past. Pretty, and this might be actually their ex. Sometimes we get a lot of these reverse death cards, and I think it's just that people are holding on to their past relationship. They never got that resolution, or they never were ready to let go, and so they keep constantly holding on to that person. They got your offer of whatever you offered them, but they don't know how to take it or how to move on. They are moving on physically. I think it's more emotionally this keeps on happening. So they're ready for a relationship or ready to move on to something, but they're not there emotionally yet, I feel. There was a lot of cards. That's funny when we get lots of cards for Tauruses. Was this Ezra the Taurus ever attracted to me? Yes, for sure. Like I feel like also Taurus's food. Yes, you were very attractive, I think. Did I get bored? It's kind of weird because I think that it's yes and no. I don't think that you could completely say yes to that. Um I think that they always thought, okay, well, what could be a next thing, but I don't think they were ever bored, um, of you anyway. So Jem says, hi, why hasn't the Scorpio email been back yet? They got distracted. I think they opened the email and then read it and then didn't remember to reply. So definitely send them a follow back, Gem, because they just got distracted at the wrong time. You know that bit where you go, why hasn't this person replied back to me? And you've left them on red. Hey, am I missing in Alkis? I don't know. You said, am I missing in Alkis? I don't know what you mean by Alkis. So I'm just going to go with the translation. So this is the card of that you're close to burning out. And the hermit means that you are scared of people, actually. In reverse, it's very much you're scared of people. So this might be overthinking and anxiety driven. So I would definitely say step back and deal with probably your mental space and kind of realize and proceed carefully because you're actually pushing yourself way too hard in some areas and it's hurting you overall. You're very welcome, Jacqueline. Moon Lover says, will I get the job offer from companies I applied for? No. So unfortunately, no. Um, I think that why you didn't get the job was that the resume or the cover letter wasn't Moonlover completely 100%. So you could probably get someone to rewrite it for you because you didn't not have the qualifications, if that makes sense. Like you could probably have got that job very quickly. It just didn't, yeah, didn't show up. I'm sorry, Moon Lover. You might just need a rewrite on the cover letter. Dua says, I am Samia. Welcome, Samia. Will ours give me a marriage commitment in the current? It's hard because this person is actually scared of people right now. Even though they kind of understand that it's So how can I explain pentacles without them sounding like dicks? or I'm sorry to swear, but pentacles always will work on that relationships are funneled around money. So money tends to be their translator. So they are investing in you, and they want to invest in you, but they don't really want to be pushed into it. I think they're more scared of other people coming along and telling them that they need to commit. So they're actually scared of doing it. So I think you'll need to back off and just deal with that. If you really want them to come towards you, Dua, just you gotta realize that they're probably really scared right now of committing. Not because of you, but other people. No worries, Moon Lover. Do I have a soul connection with C? It's weird because you actually have King of Cups. So honestly, this person might be the same tarot as you. So this would be that you're very emotionally driven. You also tend to be more comfortable when you stay at home. So you might actually just connect and bond on that kind of that you are in the same tarot group. You can so you might be both cups. So Page of Wands, I don't know whether it's a soul connection per se, because of this coming back as reversed. So it might just be that you're really attracted to each other just on that bit where you both bond very well together. Hello, Heather. So will I get my job soon? You have to reevaluate this, Monica, and the temptation. Okay. There is a temptation, Monica, to feel like you're not striving or not getting enough. Um, and I think it's just that all of these things are leading to a chase where you're chasing and you're not getting anywhere. And I think this is overall the company's fault, not yours, Monica. And that you should actually realize that you might need someone else to chase for you. So if you're not with a job agency or something that like a couple of friends to chase for you, Monica, instead of yourself, because I think this is giving you that kind of like frustration and anger and just like really that bit where you you hate that job search, right? So just get a lot more people to search with you because I don't think that you're really going to get that much out of chasing on your own. My friend wants to know, is she stuck with Nick for the rest of her life? If she lets her guy friend stay with her for a few months, will Nick start a drama? Okay, so this is interesting. Nick and her tend to deal with their emotions incorrectly. So it's not just like her, but what she's bouncing off. So like she's retaliating with some emotion and it's coming back to her and she doesn't realize that she could just like not deal with this, you know? So it's like one of those things that you either remove the problem or you remove the emotion that's tied with that problem and then it resolves itself. If she lets her guy friend stay with her a few months when Nick started drama. There's unfair judgment here, so the whole idea is that she needs to realize that she will be judged. And I don't know whether it's just Nick, but other people as well. And the world. So honestly, I think this means that she'll see a bigger picture on this relationship overall and there's nothing about Nick per se, so I don't think this is Nick at all. So this is how your friend deals with everything around her, and so Nick is just part of the furniture. So, poor Nick, I'm sorry. Whatever, I haven't met you. I hope you're not completely at us because I've just stood up for you. But there seems to be this dynamic that's not great with both of them. So I don't know how this is going to move on, but I would generally say that it is the end of something. And I think that's the best way to put it. So, um, overall, I don't think Nick's going to be with her forever. No. Hey, beautiful. How is Raymond feeling about me moving on? Will he reach out? I think he's a little bit frustrated and a little bit upset. I think time is wasted. I think that's like what I'm hearing is time was wasted. Um, and will he reach out? He has ideas, Libra, of reaching out to you, but I don't think overall this person's going to stay in your life very long. Because they feel like that they weren't supposed to be with you, you know? Like they feel like you kind of liked them. You know, like when we move on, we can bring back that anger and frustration we had in a relationship and it just festers, you know? And that's not your fault. That's just the way that the cookie crumbles. Hi, current feelings of V for me. Yogurt, it's kind of hard because this person's kind of trying to grow this relationship, but they're also struggling and they feel like they're the only party that puts in the work. So you'll have to either put in more work towards this relationship because this person's getting very extremely stressed out and they might actually decide to abandon it and move on. So it's kind of a hard thing because everybody is different where what persistence that they have. So, hello YouTube. What's gonna happen? What's coming towards me? In the rest of May. It's interesting, Sumbler, because I think that you're going to get over what people deal like what people have dealt with you in the past. So it might be that May is where you realize who your friends are and who your enemies are and decide to work towards creating a better outcome for you overall because it seems like the moon is that you've given up like impressing other people. There is still that you're holding on to past anger or resentment or hurt based on these people, but I think overall you'll realize that when you walk past it that you couldn't have done anything in anyway, so don't worry about it. Pinky, what's going to happen towards Pisces and me? Well, there's flirting and growth. So this is like the start of something. Um, Honestly, I can see it being very playful, Starlight. I think that's what I would call it. A playfulness is there, and I think that overall you guys have it's really good together. Sorry, I just had to double check the mic was not peaking because that's not things. So I think overall, just see how it goes. You're such a wonderful reader, one of the best. I thank you for your service to others. You rock. Thank you. Thank you, Pinky, for that very nice thing. A very nice comment. Irene says, what does Lizzie currently feel about me? Well, honestly, there is this yin and yang partnership between you, Renee, and that might not be um what you're expecting. This is a love card, but the interesting thing is I always think of masculine and feminine energy coming to combine to bring in this lovely kind of energy. So it might be that you guys just complete each other and in some way, if you guys are good friends, then you complete each other. So the light and dark aspects combine. And also just excitement overall. This person thinks you're the best. Honestly. But Junior, contact me again, says all about Maine. I don't know, I dash. That's a good question. Um so this I would say no, sorry, Maine, because the Emperor and I feel like this person gave up the contact, maybe. Either that or they're feeling very down. So it could be just that they're feeling this kind of um pressure. I guess that's what I would call it. Um and they're feeling like probably a little bit under weather. So it might just be winter affecting them. No worries. Um Sarita says Kay's current feelings. This is really interesting because this person isn't listening to other people, but they're not manifesting anything. Their manifesting is blocked. So it's kind of a weird thing where they're just lacking that drive towards anything. Um, Probably being slightly reckless as well. I think just because they don't have any kind of idea of what they're bringing in, you know. So it's a really interesting thing to see people dealing with what they're dealing with, and yeah, they're just not dealing with whatever they're going through in the most best way. So Hassan's next action towards me, says Preeti. So this is it's weird because this person's kind of like in this box, um, and they're really not getting out. So it's like they chose not to choose at this point of time, Pretty, and they might just not be very committal towards most things in their life. So I would be wondering if they actually really want anything. Because I would generally say that they're choosing not to choose a life choice. They're getting stuck very one sided into something, and they really haven't seen what's around them. They're also really not chasing you either. So that kind of means that they're really not in a great position right now. They're not committing to anything, so. Which includes you. Stan says, how does my ex Aries feel for me? Well, this person feels like you were very. Oh, thank you. I got strawberries, guys. Okay. I don't know where to put these, to be honest. I'll put them over here. um, Strawberry break. um, Stan, sorry. I was in the middle of your reading. I apologize. So they thought that you could be quite like emotional, and you really couldn't regulate your feelings, and you could be quite childish sometimes, and that you really didn't plan for a future. You were always like winging it. So I think overall they might have thought that you're very childish over and a little bit like they had to look after you. So that could just be their interpretation, or it could just be that they had to deal with a lot. Stata says, hi, has Nico moved on? No, this person's still chasing um money, and they really haven't chosen a life choice. So they really haven't moved on at all. So Myth says, will V take next actions towards me? Well, this person's definitely thinking about you, and yes, I think they're definitely taking steps towards you. They don't want to scare you though, because they can see that you are very much um someone that's not very adventurous. So they don't want to scare you, but they do see you as being like amazing, and that you're very caring about other people. So very good cards there. Sorry, eating strawberries on stream. What does A think of me currently? Says Anna. This is interesting. This person feels a little bit like they're looking after you and caring and protecting you, but you probably don't notice. So they feel like their actions don't matter. but they really want to care and protect you overall. So it's kind of a weird thing. They probably think that you're amazing and they're not. So that's the hardest part as well. Because this bit that they probably care for you and don't care about themselves. So that's not always great. I would definitely say this person has a little bit of insecurities. Does Q plan something to take the next step? Says Fireflies. Um, yeah, I think so. There is some fear-based attachments towards you. I would say that that's definitely them instead of you. And you did have a period of time where your relationship did dissipate or fall down by some reason, so they're still worried that you're going to leave. And if that's the case, then they're very scared about that overall. But they do want to start a home, or like in general, like moving in, or bigger picture things. They want to build a home with you. So I would definitely say this person's wanting bigger steps. Lover says, is this person ghosting me or will he reach out? I think he will, because Ace of Wands. There was an argument though, or there has been increased tension overall that can be arguments or fights. So it's kind of a weird thing that this person might be more scared of the arguments and fights than reaching out, but they do want to reach out to you, lover. It's kind of a weird thing where they feel like they're just going to get in another argument, I would feel. So Jacqueline says, is new love or options coming towards me? The hardest part is that you and love are not great together right now. Um, one thing it says is like this card is always what I call attention seeking behavior card. So it seems like at the moment you're seeking attention, and that could be just like it's hard to describe because I'm trying to figure out why this is a thing. Like, I can understand if you're going out and you're wearing like something revealing or something like that, but I don't understand why overall it's giving me such a weird vibe from it. It might be that you're generally a very like you do everything for your partner. Like you're eager to please. And that might be your biggest problem, is that's coming through, and you might have to actually be more selfish to in love for people to be coming over or being attractive to you. You might need to put more money into dating. It's kind of a weird thing. Yeah, so I feel like in some ways you might need to put money. It I don't know whether it's clothes or like online dating, like a better site. It's just something to do with like not being able to afford it. So that's what I would say in general. Sorry, Jacqueline. It's a very confusing message, but because there was a lot more and I couldn't. really tell you completely. I guess that it makes sense to you, but CC says, "Hi, how does G currently feel about me?" This is a weird thing, CC, that they probably don't feel like they've got a lot of options out there, but at the same time, you're very compatible with them. So it's kind of a weird thing where this person's probably a little bit more pragmatic than you would like them to be. But yeah, it's kind of a weird thing where they're thinking that you have quite a lot of like you've gone through the same things. So I think overall they're being very much in their brain, not in their heart. So Aina says, "Will I get my job this year?" Unfortunately, no, Aina. Sorry. But the sun in reverse means bring your happiness and joy in yourself. So this could be actually, not to have a physical shop, to actually be able to create something very boutique. So it could be just like limited stuff, like a limited run instead, pop-up shops or something like that, instead of something like a physical place. Critty says, "Can you please tell me about my career? I'm stuck in between after doing some hard work also." So, Critty, it seems like you're doing very well and you're progressing up the ladder. What I would generally say is you're getting stuck in your mindset. Um, so in general, I feel like there's just no fulfillment for you. And you've got to actually think outside this box because it's making you very stuck overall. I would definitely say that it's creating like that tension in you. So, hello Hiba. Lara says, "Why was he looking at me when I was passing him?" Because you're just happy. Uh happy, and you seem like he wanted to talk to you because you were happy. If that makes sense. Yeah. I think this person really wanted to have the courage to talk to you because you were quite happy. What is their Aries feeling towards A? This is interesting because this person's very hung up on A. I think that's what I would say. Like, this person's very single minded when it comes to things, probably stubborn and obstinate. They're very anxious and they don't know how to approach A. I think that that's a surprises, and they do really want to be, um, like with this person, or like if their friendship, that they really want to be that kind of friend, with them. Hello, Curty. Star Lover says, "Hello, what is this week have in store with me?" Oh, well, firstly, Star Lover, King of Pentacles coming in, um, for you. So this person tends to view life through monetary lens, and I usually say instead of them, um, wanting to be with you, they want to invest in you. That's kind of like what I would say generally of Pentacles. And the Chariot's a physical move. So this is not a travel. This could be actually changing homes, changing jobs. It's more of a physical move than anything else, Star Lover. Twinkle. Hi. That I didn't. That was weird. Myself, Nathan, true tensions of permanent for me. Welcome to the stream. Okay, so this is weird. This person's got two people on their mind. So if this person's not feminine, it could be that they have two women that they're thinking about, which could just be you and their mom, if that makes sense. So Queen of Pentacles in reverse is someone that wants to start their own business. Queen of Swords is very highly intellect, can be quite blunt to the point of brutality, you know. They're kind of controlling this relationship, but they also see you as being very immature. And this is probably the comparison. Maybe it's immature compared to their mom, you know, or that they want someone to look after them. The other one is that they are very emotionally driven, so therefore the weirdest part is I feel like this person wants a parent. It could be just their like as I said, their mom, to look after them as their girlfriend or boyfriend, you know. And so therefore it's kind of a hard thing to explain to people, but with these two, I feel like this person wants you to grow up a lot, and they could probably force you to grow up quite fast, which is not bad, but if you don't want to be a mom role, then you shouldn't take it. Especially as a romantic partner. Come on. You're very welcome, Starlava. Aldonia says, hey, can I have a general, please? Okay, so Ace of Swords, the sky is not falling down your head. Don't worry about it. There's a thing that the extra money that's coming in will dry out. But overall, you've got to realize that you've got a really nice place and a prosperity and abundance in your home is coming in for you. So don't worry. Don't stress. Aina says, will HMO help me financially? Yes, they will. I would definitely say from these two cards that they will. Bakirk? Sorry guys that I butcher people's names. I am so sorry. How does Akada feel about me today? They definitely were really happy about you, but they also are not choosing to choose the life choice when it comes to you. And this might be actually not committing to you overall. It might just be that they don't know if they want to commit, and that's okay. So they're choosing not to choose a life choice, and this is kind of a bad thing. If they choose not to choose a lot of life choices, they will end up in a lot of trouble because then they chose not to choose quite a lot, and that can be really bad. Will I reconcile with S in May, says Sapna. Yes, but I think that you have to let go of this situation, let go of control, and moderate your behavior. But I definitely think that you'll see them in May. But I think Sapnia, you have to come back with a different kind of view with this person, because I think this has caused you guys a lot of grief or anger before. Anya says, does A like someone else or am I in his mind? He really doesn't think a lot about other people. Um, So most of the time I would say this person's very plain and simple. So he's not really obsessing about you, and he's not thinking about anything else. Probably more like hungry, thirsty kind of brain. That's what I would definitely say. No worries, pumpkins and mummy's world. Pretty says, what are Avon's current feelings towards me? This is interesting because, yeah, it's kind of weird because this person's getting a little bit colder towards you and they're choosing not to choose. So they might actually move away from you in general, pretty. So don't worry and don't stress because the whole idea is they might just be attention avoidant. So if anyone doesn't know, like people have a different kind of amount of attention that they can take, and some people are very closely attached and some people are further away. And so therefore if they are very separation, um kind of more leaning towards that, you can't chase them because if you do that you chase them away because they just can't deal with that kind of attention. So do you realize that you might need to leave that person a little bit more space, which is okay. Jane says, will I ever get any of this funding? I think that you won't get what you want. You'll probably get what you need, Jane, which is interesting. But the Nine of Cups means that you have like a journey to do, like self-reflection journey. So it could be just that you might be chasing this money for some particular reason that you can resolve without that money, if that makes sense. Owen says, what vibes do I give off to other people and how do they perceive me as a person? Ooh. You're slightly immature as a person, Owen, and you could be just like, um, you tend to put you could come off annoying, but how they perceive you as a person is like someone that they can escape with. So it might be even though you're quite immature or quite, annoying sometimes, you give the opportunity for these people to escape and relax for a while. And it might just be that that's a good thing. Owen, even though people want you to grow up, people want to change things that they can't change. And then you'll become old and boring. Do you want to become like me, huh? No, I'm kidding. Not boring. Not yet, anyway. Sophie says, how will things play out on Thursday at work? Sophie, I don't. Like, I would think this is probably bad. Because this attention seeking behavior. So it might just be that you are dealing with this in a not so great manner. Um, so I wouldn't say this will be going very good. Queen of Wands, I think that you just have to realize that to resolve it yourself and make it less of an issue. If that makes sense, Sophie, or you're just not a great match at your work. So I would say that there's definitely those two but I wouldn't say that I would think that it's going very good on Thursday. Guess it was half good. The whole idea is when people find us annoying or something like that, it's because, let's say, you probably have a lot of mature friends that are going through periods of their lives that they had to mature, and they might have matured fast. And around you, you tend to not have need to be as mature as them. So even though you can become very annoying per se, it's because you don't have to. And you could remind people that, and that's the case. You don't, you can't say that it's good or bad, it's just people's thoughts of you. Does that make sense? Obviously, you could grow up, but then what's next? So Fireflies says, "What did A think of me? Did A think of me at least for once after we were apart?" Yeah, I think this person mentally struggled with the end of this relationship, Fireflies. Even though they tend to chase a lot, and they tend to not think very much about um bad things overall. They were thinking about a lot about why it was terminated. They they couldn't get that thought out of their head why the relationship ended. Cleo says, "Does Emily and other co-workers want to get rid of me? Why?" Okay, so can I say, Cleo, you're very much a perfectionist. You might be more I don't want to say anal, but you know, like you can point out quite a lot of people's flaws, and so therefore they want you to see a bigger picture. They don't want you to keep constantly pointing at what they're doing wrong. So I think they don't want to get rid of you, but they also don't particularly like you. Sorry, Cleo. They want you to see a bigger picture, and you're very detail orientated. Ah, I didn't have my. Where did I put my pendulum? Because that would be a perfect thing. Give me 1 second. I'll see if I can find a. Hello, Fatima. Pendulum. I put it somewhere, I swear. Oh well. um, I need to buy a specific one for stream. Um, am I pregnant? No, Barbie, but it's close. I think that not that far away, if that makes sense. Bad day yesterday, says Pal. I'm sorry to hear that. What does S feel about me? Is it over? No, I don't think so. This person's working very hard, even though they don't look like they are. They're working very hard on this relationship. Shay says, "Is Mark and Samir ever discussed about me?" Yes, Shay, they have. Probably a lot, actually. Because this is probably the holy trifecta, really. Empress, this person wanted a family or kids with you. This is like looking at each other and seeing that thing. So this could just be that this person has a very big familial connection with you as well, and that you both see massive compatibility and Queen of Swords. So yeah, they talk about you quite a lot. Laura says, it will E gonna fall in love with me in the future? No, this person's holding on to a past relationship and they really haven't seen anything outside themselves. So I don't think that this person is going to be with you in the future. I'm sorry. Al Yoke says, hi, a general reading, please. Stop getting so anxious about the future, because there's good surprises around the corner, even though there's no extra money coming in. So it might actually be a time that you've got to be more aware of money overall. So YouTube says, normal read for me. Thank you for your time. So Knight of Wands, reevaluate what you want. Oh yes. Okay. This is interesting. I think that you're going through a period of mental struggle. It's actually leaving you quite weak and quite cold. So I think that you've got to understand what you're passionate about. Where do you want to go in life? How to get there? Because it seems like at the moment you're really struggling with yourself. This is not about anything else but yourself. So I think that you need to find a goal and stick on it and progress forward, because I think that overall will get you out of this space that you're in. Okay. Ruby says, love reading. Wheel of Fortune. Trust the universe. It's taking you where you need to go. It's taking you to obviously a very lovely relationship, or closer in your relationship overall, and to someone that will care and protect you. But you also have to realize that this might come with a cost, that you might not expect. But it might be good overall to just trust that you're going the right way. Anushka says, can you tell me Anush and Divya is soulmate or not? Hard work. The interesting thing is that I wouldn't say you guys are soulmates, but I'm also called to say the devil is in the details. So it could just be that you guys are working very hard for this relationship. And also that if you guys see and picture what life is going to be like together in the future, you guys will be together forever. But if you guys can't see the future and can't move out of that, then yes, I think overall I could see some really good things for you, but you'll have to work hard, both of you. Can you tell me who's my life partner? Weirdly enough, no, Saga, unless you are male and unless, or you're female seeking other feminine connections, because this is Queen of Pentacles. If you're feminine, this is you. So then I would say no, I can't see your partner if you're female. Queen of Pentacles in reverse is a very goal orientated lady. She tends like all pentacles will use money as their overall thing because they tend to be in the world of material. So they tend to be highly pragmatic about things overall. They tend to kind of view relationships through the lens of money. Everything tends to be through the lens of money. But this person will be working on their own business. So it might be that there's not a lot of time for a relationship overall. This means that you need to let go of control over the situation at hand. So it might just be that you'll naturally proceed towards a life partner, but you can't control this situation overall. And temperance, moderation is required. So patience and letting go of this. So just accept that in general, this means that you need to not run towards it. You need to take it slowly. No worries, Seika. Chun Li says a general reading for the rest of the year. Okay, so prosperity and abundance is coming in. Judgment, fair judgment. This is interesting. You might not completely understand your abilities, even though you have other people judge you fairly, and you are able to do things well. I think that's the thing, is that you do things well, but you do still have this attention seeking behavior that might make you look very much like you're prideful, or you have certain amount of ego there. Queen of Swords, if you are masculine, this feminine is coming in for you. If you're feminine, this is you. So Queen of Swords is incredibly intelligent. She can be very forthright. She'll speak her mind, and she tends to be a great leader as well. And prosperity and abundance coming in for your home right there. Dash says, I want to know current energy between R and PJ. I know he's going to meet her, but he says he's not comfortable with her currently, only for money purposes. Is he with her? Do you see that? There is a lot of interesting things about this. There is a fear-based attachment with this person, and there's fights and arguments overall. So it's interesting because he is telling the truth somewhat. But I don't think this person will ever leave this connection. So it's kind of a hard thing to say, but this person's in a cycle that they need to flirt with this person. There's arguments, and there's also this fear-based attachment. So I don't think this person's ever going to leave this situation at all. I dash. So Kay says, how is my Capricorn feeling about me? Empress. So this person wants a family or start a family with you, but they also are not choosing to choose a life choice. So it might be that they're thinking quite a lot, but they're not choosing to commit. So it's kind of a weird thing where this person knows that they want that, but they haven't got around to doing it. Satir says, I actually want to know if Nico has still has feelings for you. You're very welcome. I would say that the sky's not falling down on your head, so don't panic. But this person tends to give their emotions away quite willingly. Um, Actually, no, that's not true. I think they hold on to them quite well. So I think this person's saving their feelings. So it might be that they used to have feelings for you, but I don't think that they have feelings now, if that makes sense to you. Jano says Kira's current feelings for me. Jano, this is interesting. King of Swords upright. So this person actually sees you as quite. I think the weirdest thing with swords is they quite masculine. Overall, I feel like they embody more of the strong, confident, masculine traits overall, which is very interesting because they tend to have a very assertive behavior. They can be quite um yeah, they don't tend to have tact. They're very blunt overall. They're highly intelligent though. Highly intelligent. But Ace of Wands, this person is also really interested in you overall. So, Vaishali, I will get to yours. I'm just scrolling down, so it might take a while. Any blessings coming in? Yeah, so Nine of Cups. So therefore in this tarot it means yin and yang partnership and hard work. So your hard work's paying off, you're very persistent, and it seems like a love relationship's coming in or that bond is going deeper overall. So I feel like there's a lot of things coming to you, Anna, not that far away. Peach Love says, how does Brian feel about me current energy? Okay. This person overall wants to control this relationship. So this is kind of a weird thing that they might not be able to deal with the separation of a person. They tend to be very all or nothing type of person. So they sometimes say, "Oh yeah, you've got to take me as I am," because that's the case. So I don't know. Overall, they could just stress less. So it's kind of weird because they're not thinking about you, but they're thinking about this relationship quite a lot. And they need to let go of control and they need to relax and they need to be more patient with you overall, Peach Love. You're very welcome. So Ruby says, what did he think of me from the last time I talked? That he was really grateful that you had time, even though it was very short, and he felt like you were getting distracted by other things. He definitely wants you to call again, Ruby. Okay, so um, Jane says, "What did B feel about when he saw me recently?" It's weird because this person had two minds. They recalled all the arguments and fights, but they also recalled a lot of their good times that they've been with you. So it's weird because this person was thinking about a lot. So it's like a really nice flashbacks overall, but some of them weren't so great. You're very welcome, Peach Love. Kaya, how did he feel at the event? tired. I think this person needs to, Kaya, this person needs to relax. So it might have been that he wasn't feeling so much about you, but this person needs to, like, he's got to moderate his behavior. He's close to burnout. And I think he realized that at the event overall. Gayatri says, when will the P in my mind talk to me? We haven't spoken past post March. I don't think so. There's heartbreak. So this is Three of Swords. I always say it's my own personal heartbreak card. It dropped on the floor and then my chair ran across it. So it's the only card in my one that's brings me heartbreak. Vaishali, I will get to your question. It's taking me a while. I'm scrolling down, so I'm not going to get to your thing and lose you in here. What does Q feel about me? Does he want to marry me? I feel like this person is taking the wise option and just seeing where it goes. So this person's not thinking about marriage, but he's taking a risk with you and seeing how it goes overall. So Tom says hi, general reading, please. Tom, there's heartbreak on this card, but I don't think it's romantic relationships. It is probably that you have been stuck in your own box for quite a while, and you should see outside your current situation or where you're going in life, because you're very one track minded right now, and you'll probably miss out on things if you aren't seeing outside this. And this will bring you heartbreak overall. How my relatives and family are going to react after I told them that me and T want to marry. And yeah, it's kind of weird because this person doesn't feel like you're completely suited together. Like, it feels like these people feel old, or they're watching things go um fall down. They might warn you guys that you're far too young. I think this is the thing that I feel overall is you're far too young and you don't have the resources yet. But that's, like, you've got to realize that it's not down to us to say. I don't know how old you are, but it seems like that's the case that I'm getting reading through it, is that you guys are a little bit young. Sunbla says, any good things coming in my life in summer? Um, no, but I think it's down to mindset, Sunbla, because this is like being very one track minded and also having arguments in the past. So it might just be time to get rid of a lot of things, declutter, start clearing your mental headspace. It might be just time to meditate. So when you're actually coming into summer, you can see the good things. Like maybe gratitude journal, because I think as soon as you look around, your life will become bigger and full of meaning. So good things will be naturally coming to you. You're just going to appreciate them more. Hey love, will I get approved for my apartment? Says Kelly. Yes, yes, for sure, Kelly. So Avinash says, when I get a job. Avinash, it's interesting because this feminine is here. If this is you, then it seems like but I don't think so. I think this person would help you. Queen of Swords is highly intelligent, so she might actually be running her own business. So you should actually ask her personally, and realize that you're probably chasing the wrong places. So I feel like it's just down to you asking this person, if that makes sense to you. Sedinat Dash says, career reading for me, please. Ah, it seems very good. I think honestly, the career that you chose has been very good for you overall, and you're very good at creating opportunities and things for yourself, but you don't seem to be starting your own business. You tend to want to do everything by yourself. So if that makes sense, you want to be in a job that's secure. But I think this job's right for you. So Jacqueline says, "What is my ex the Aqua's the biggest traumas? Thank you." Okay, so this person tended to not hesitate when it came to decisions. They knew that they tended to not like the outcome of their decisions overall. So that tended to be one of them. The other trauma is that they would regress quite quickly. So what would happen is you guys would have an argument and this person would regress to childhood, you know. And whether we like it or not, trauma in childhood tends to be the biggest thing that happens in our lives. And it depends on the person how they deal with it. But this person hadn't dealt with it at all. So they tended to be then reliant on you for pretty much everything. When they regressed, they became a big child, you know, and they didn't know how to deal with it. Renee says, "What does Jesse think of me? This is a girl I recently met, kind of attracted to them." It's interesting because this person might not be attracted to you, Renee, unfortunately. Um yeah, it's weird. I feel like they're they're warming up to you. They're trying to figure out whether you would like them as well, but they're not attracted to you. They probably would like a friendship more than anything. If that makes sense. Toya says, "Hello, may I ask to do my Gemini? Baby father, think about me sometimes." Nope. This person is chasing love. They're not really thinking about anything else. Unfortunately, Toya. Any good things coming towards you? Yes. So the magician, and it seems like good friendships coming in for you. So you've gone through a lot because the Ace of Swords. So don't worry, the sky's not falling down on your head. The magician is coming in with new ideas and new clarity for you, and that you get to work on something with someone else, and this could just be new friendships overall. So I think Yogurt, there's some good things coming in for you. So Butterfly says, am I picking up on A's energies these days? No, I think that you're thinking about him a lot, and planning the future a lot more. So no. You're thinking about the present and getting caught in the present of thinking about him, and you need to focus on the future. And prosperity and abundance in the home. So it might just be there's good things coming to you, and that's why you're feeling happy and you're thinking that it must be someone else. Miss K says, will I meet Taurus soon? I think so. The tower is here for rebuilding, so I feel like this will happen. Probably not as soon as you expect, like 2 months or something. Hades says, hi, will C and I become good friends? Yes. Yep. That's easy, Hades. Yes. Queen of Swords, has T been thinking about me? High Priestess in the Judgment. No, I don't think so. Overall, this person's not been really thinking about much at all. Hello, Sandra! Is he talking to someone else? It's hard because this person is not talking to other people. Actually, the weirdest thing is that you have a fear-based attachment to this relationship, which I would say let go of because this is actually hurting you. Um, and that's like in the past, there was something that made you insecure that you're still holding on to. And Wheel of Fortune, just keep on working on going with the universe is taking you where you need to go. So I would not say that he's been talking to anybody else. It's interesting that a lot of people don't staying around for their reading, which is interesting because I'm not seeing a lot of people. So, um, May says my next long-term relationship when it will be a zodiac sign of the person. May, uh, it's interesting because I would say it's going to be a while because it says winter. So this could be for me winter because it's more for me as the thing. So I would say at the end of this year. There's a lot of options that are coming in for you, and they could be just different signs overall. Um, but I would definitely say you're more earth-based sign more than that. You're very welcome, butterfly. Che Tana says, I'm really fucked up in life right now. I'm not getting anything, not the love, not the happiness. I met a girl today. I don't know. I did like her. Did she feel the same? Her name is Bravia. Queen of Cups and the Hierophant. Um, I would say overall this person's very wise. They're watching you. Um, I don't think that they are thinking the same way as you, but it's probably because you haven't given them enough time, Tatiana. So take a while. Fatima says, "When will my husband reconcile with me?" King, Knight of Cups, and Justice. I would say no. Um, no reconciliation here. It might just be that there's just too much time lost between both of you. Do you see me getting employed this month as a specialist? Yes, I do see that, Neelam. Just keep on working and keep on choosing to follow your gut. But yes, you will get employed this month. Star says, how does Sagittarius currently feel about me? I'm Aquarius. So there was a tower moment and this relationship fell down, but this person still has plenty of ideas about this relationship. So their imagination's growing strong and they would like to rebuild this connection with you. And King of Cups. So honestly, this person's probably thinking more about like they're going with the relationship than you currently. Does that make sense? So, Laura says, we're in school. Did A used to like me? He looked at me like he likes me, but I'm still confused. I want to know. Weirdly enough, this person might have had kind of a slight crush on you, but they never really went anywhere with that, and you're still holding onto this as a fear-based attachment. So I would generally say that this person is over it. So it's like, but they did have like a slight crush on you, yes. Katish says Karen Rata is my twin flame. No, I don't think that this is twin flame connection whatsoever. There is something with you both, but there's just like hard work and not a lot of excitement there. So it might just be that you guys need to work together um to build this connection or just let it, but it's not a twin flame. Red Rose, what's your question? Thank you for the donation. What does Christian feel about me? Ace of Cups, new love. So this person is absolutely blown away by you. And Cheryl, they want to love and care and protect you. So Red Rose, how is Jadon feeling about me? There's heartbreak here. So there could just be that this person feels like you're better as friends. They still want to care and protect you. Yeah. They still want to care and protect you, but I think only as friends more than anything else. There is that you might want something more, but I don't think that there is anything more. So yeah, I feel like this person's kind of not really wanting to talk to you because they know that you want something more with them, but they don't want to yeah. And they're working hard, so they might just be busy than ignoring you. Does that make sense? So yeah, I think only yeah that they're working hard and they are trying to not hurt you, but yeah, they only want friends more than anything. I hope that helped you, Red Rose. Because, yeah, I don't think that they're doing very. Yeah, they're not choosing to choose anything. So I think they chose to really, like, just be friends. Heaven says, do you see a civil marriage with Tarek, a Pisces, and me, Libra this year? No, I don't think so, because this seems like a year that you guys might be like exhausted with everything. So I feel like Heaven Flower, relax and take this year easy, because it seems like it's going to be one of those years. Did that help you, Red Rose? Was there any other question that you needed in that particular donation? Um, will A reach out? I feel like this person will reach out quite soon. Because they're kind of a little bit anxious of reaching out, but they do wanna actually reach out to you, Matina. Hiba, I did. You could go back in time. Uh, Recash, clear UPSC prelim exam. No, you won't. Unfortunately, you didn't pass. Unfortunately. It's the lack of preparation or lack of materials that you needed. Can everyone hear me? You're very welcome, Matina. Sorry, I'm getting very confused here. Okay, so what is it? uh, Gerda says, "What does Scorpio man feeling about me? What is his true intentions?" So this person doesn't tend to hold on to happiness or love or anything. They tend to let it pass through their fingers because they don't feel like they're worthy of it. But they also want to flirt with you, so it's kind of a hard thing where they really want a relationship. They just don't hold on to it very well. Okay, thank you, Matina, because I was a little bit worried that people weren't actually seeing it. Devani says, "What are Pawan's current feelings for me?" This person probably has left this connection, actually. There's heartbreak and there's struggle. So this person's struggling and they're probably going to give up quite soon. Devani, it's just they, yeah, they feel heartbroken. And I don't know whether it's just that they're feeling like life is very different for both of you, because that's what I'm feeling. That's the case. You're very welcome, Heaven Flower. Okay, so Butterfly says current feelings of A for me, please. This person seems to be on a transition, even though they really want to pick you and they want to choose you from here. They also want to like physically travel. So this might be a case that they change jobs or they change where they live, and this kind of affects what they want to do with this connection overall. No worries, Stefani. Hello, Yumi. So what's coming next with um my relationship with part one? It's kind of hard because this seems like you guys have to deal with a lot of stuff, and it's easier for you guys to let go of something than keep on carrying it. And the hangman just means that you'll naturally drop into the next thing. So it might just be like holding on, Devani, and just seeing how this relationship pans out, because this could just be a phase. And you guys just need to let that go for you guys to transition on to the next thing. 13 says Abraham's thoughts on me. This person is in a weird way where they are really scared. They're scared of not committing. They're scared of committing. They're scared of getting themselves in trouble. They're scared of being caught. They're just like a mess. That's what I would definitely say to you, Fatine, is they're a mess. They're scared of not being good enough for you overall, and they're scared of what other people think of them as well. And this is not the moon. They actually have disregarded people altogether, and they try to avoid that completely. Um, the only thing that I would definitely say is you bring them happiness, a lot of happiness, because you are like, what would I say? You have a lot of happiness. You might not share that with everybody, but it radiates outwards and makes other people happy. You're very welcome, Heidi. Karen says, will my property landlord on this month deal with others a lot, rental tenants next door that continue to vandalize my personal home, buildings, etc., and threaten me and my dress, my safety? I don't think that this person will, fortunately, and you might have to take this in your own hands, Karen, because they seem to not want to do anything about that. And yeah, I don't think that they will. Sorry. Butterfly says, will JD contact me abroad? He and I haven't heard anything yet. We could talk every day otherwise. I think this person doesn't know, Butterfly Rose, where to find a place to actually talk to you. This person might want to talk to you, I think, in general, but I don't think this person will contact you today because they need to figure that out. But other than that, they really want to talk to you. So Manifest says, hi, will my family um and I move into a new home before August? I don't think so. I think that before August will be far too soon. Just keep on being happy in your house right now, but I don't think that you're going to get this before August, if that makes sense to you. Sandra, thank you. Okay, so welcome back. Thank you. I had a nice vacation. Thank you. Will my finances change this year? It's interesting because the cards are saying that you'll be doing a physical move. So I think that it won't be this year that it'll change, but because you're physically moving to another job or another place, so another house, you will dramatically change it, but not this year. So, Red Rose, if you're still here, I'm picking up V's energy, says Anna. No, I don't think so. But I think also that you are really working on your own thing right now. So it could just be that you're really driven and very successful right now. So I think you're picking up that. But no, I don't think you're picking up V's energy. Citrine says, the person on my mind still wants this connection fling with you. Yes, weirdly enough, they're still like physically going to be traveling, but I think that they still want this connection. Toya says, does Tay wanna make a way to see me again? I would definitely say it's weird because this, I would say yes. They they think that they want to, but they also can't see a way. Does that make sense? Like they want to, but they just can't see a way of seeing you. If that makes sense to you. I sent pics of evidence of the neighbor violating bylaws and copies of text threatening me to one of my property landlords via text, and then told they don't want proof. Will she give it to the boss? Ace of Wands. Yeah, it got delivered, and it probably will go to the boss, to be honest. I don't know why they said that they didn't want proof. They probably didn't want it overall. Okay, so who's coming into my life? Priya? Next or next? I think next. Just because you're actually really excited about this, even though you're feeling a little bit of trepidation, and it's a way of you escaping from where you are right now. But yeah, new person. Give me a second. Sorry, guys. How's everyone today? It is Thank you, Karen. Thank you for your donation. Um, does does A's family and friends know about me? What does he talk about me? What does he talk about me? It's interesting because this person wants you to be more assertive and wants you to be more um weirdly enough, this person's quite passive butterfly, so they want you to be more assertive. So, so probably not that much, to be honest, butterfly. Yume still here? Thumbs up. So, Karen, you sent a donation, so I'll do you next, if that makes sense. How does Jay really feel about me? This person's very weak when it comes to you. You're very intelligent and probably a very striking woman. I'm seeing like you're being um weirdly enough long hair. I don't know whether you still have long hair, but it's like long hair. Page of Pentacles. They don't feel like they could offer you the world. They do want to do that, but they feel like it's very foolish. They wanna love and protect you overall. So I hope that helps you, Karen. But yeah, they wanna love and like care and protect you, even though that's not really what they want to offer. They want to offer the moon, pretty much. They just can't. Willow says, "Hey, will the Scorpio reply back to me this week?" Like, this person's mentally struggling with something, Willow, so I don't feel like this week. Because they're kind of mentally bogged down, so I don't think that will happen. Daniel says, "Will she get married and forget me?" I'm Aquarius. This person wants you to see the bigger picture. And I think that she will kind of forget about you, to be honest. So Daniel, it's the case. Um, she does want you to probably move on as well. Umi, sorry. So give me a second. So yeah, okay, right. I scrolled down a little bit. I'm sorry. Current feelings of Newman for me. You sent this poor person into this kind of landslide. Um, you're so great, but you've got a lot of energy in me in general. And you're just like really kind of concentrating on this poor person, and they're getting a little bit kind of crazy because of that. So maybe see some friends and give them a little bit space because they're currently not knowing what to do because you've got quite a lot of energy. So Maria, unfortunately, I cannot read that. What is JD's intentions? I'm our connection. Butterfly rose. Weirdly enough, this person's got two feminine connection. So if you're talking about another woman today, this is the case. That you're both together here. If this is masculine that you're asking for, then I see two connections. So this can be sometimes butterfly rose. This can be someone's parent, so their mom, compared to you, or this could just be another person, another woman. So this is Queen of Swords upright. This person is highly intelligent. They tend to be very truthful and very blunt. And Queen of Wands in reverse means that this person is directing all their energy to one person. But they tend to be very fierce and passionate, and they tend to have plenty of friends when they're concentrating on the world outside them. So it seems like you're called not to see the smaller things, but to see the bigger picture. So it might be Butterfly Rose to see the bigger aspects of this person, because it seems like there's a lot to see that you're not seeing right now. Hello, Samaria. Hello, Tazania. Um, Rich says, what are AG's feelings towards me? There seems this natural yin and yang partnership towards you guys. So this is a love card. So you guys are very suited together. And the Hanged Man. So this person will probably naturally drop into a relationship with you. This is the hardest part about this connection. Will one be forced to sell a home and move? I don't think so. It seems like you guys are going to get cooperation. So it seems like you'll get some cooperation, Karen. So don't worry. Um, it's all good. I don't think that you'll need to sell and move. Sunblast says, "What is attention towards me?" It's interesting this person is very weak towards you, Sunblast. So this person, what would I say? Like weak as jelly kind of thing, where their knees will probably shake a lot. But overall, it seems that yeah, there's a little bit of a weird thing where this person might feel like you're slightly immature, sometimes annoying. Um, but it's just like interesting that they still um want you so much, but it's hard because I don't know whether they're very good at relationships too. So it's kind of a hard thing where I would generally say that it might come down to them not being great in a relationship. Karen says, "What? How does Jay feel if I move away then because of my situation?" Well, they'll be happy that um you're getting to escape and be free of this, but they're not really excited about that. So I wouldn't say they're particularly excited at all about that. So how will be my exam tomorrow? PC, yeah, very, very good. I think that you'll get a really good score. So just keep on studying, but I think that you'll generally get it. Sunblast says, "What are the intentions of A towards me? I mean, friendship, for example." This person doesn't know. They've left it on your court, so it seems like they really don't care about this relationship, Sumbler. They're kind of being very passive about it, so it seems like they really have no investment in this overall, Sumbler. That's what I would say. Hello, Eleanor! Will my Libra open up and we have a relationship together? Thank you. No. No bueno. So I feel like this person tends to shut down or disconnect. You try to open them up, but I don't think that they will naturally be more connected. I no. You're probably wasting your time, to be honest, by those cards. Hello, Samaria. I don't know what you're saying, unfortunately. Also, we're going down the list, so it takes me a while to respond. General, for the rest of rest of May, please. Will my wishes be fulfilled? Butterfly, there seems to be a physical move in your future, so it seems like you will get something that you needed to move for. And the cards are saying stop focusing on the present and focusing on the future. So it seems like it's more like eyes up and focus on the future. Butterfly Rose says, what is JD's current feelings for me? Does anyone know what Sumeria is saying? Because I have no idea. Um, what does Jay really feel about me? It's kind of weird because this person's got a fear-based attachment when it comes to you. So they can, Butterfly Rose, act out because they can feel very possessive of you, a little bit scared about you like leaving in general. So this is like past leaving, but they kind of have predicted that you might leave in the future. So they've just um they will just watch you walk away. So unfortunately, I don't know whether you will fix that in general for them because they need to deal with the way that they perceive their thing. Uh, perceive themselves. Sorry. Jane says, "How does C feel about me?" So it's weird, Jane, because you have like the strength card in reverse, which means weakness. So this could just be this person's naturally weak towards you, means that they are um really kind of mushy around you, I guess that's what I would say. Um, but they also have chosen you as an option. They have a little bit more options out there, but they really chose you. You're very welcome, Sumbala. Hi, will I ever find true love? Well, it depends what you mean true love. And I think that staying Lenny inside and not socializing and not getting out there and being very cut off from the world, I feel like you can be quite cold to other people is not going to get you true love. So I think overall you will get it. You just need to be more your authentic self. So that makes sense. So Mary, I don't know what you've said because I cannot read that. It's in another language, so I can't. Julia, don't spam. I will get to your question. And SSK, it's fine. You don't need to put it in the chat. Cause I scroll down, so it's gonna take me a while, but I'll be here. Um, uh, do you see Mr. M reaching out soon? Says Lava. I think then I naturally see this person reaching out to you. I feel like they're getting to a point that they want to be in your life more. Tassinia says, "How does Anderson Leo feeling about me?" Well, the Lovers is like a soulmate connection card, and Page of Swords means this person's anxious when they shouldn't be because nice surprises are coming around the corner. So Tassiana, they are really kind of scared that they'll screw this connection up, but they really love you. You're very welcome. How is Anderson Leo feeling about you? Tassiana, unfortunately, because you're wands, you've got a very big battery. Um, so it's the social energy. And you should stop focusing on this particular person. And focus on your friends as well as this person because you're burning this person out. They're close to burnout because you have quite a lot of energy and you're directing it to one person, which never works. Unfortunately, I've the weirdest thing is if you got two of wands in reverse, then I would still think that it wouldn't be great because they're not socializing with friends. Sabha says, will I be married to the person I love? It's interesting because I wouldn't say no, but it might take you a while, Sabha, to get to a point that you are ready with this person. So I think there's a lot of talking and a lot of self-development before you get there. Does that make sense? Butterfly is really shifting to a new place due to work. Will he be okay? Thank you. I don't think this person's thinking about moving. They might be threatening to move, but I don't think that they are moving completely. Will this person be okay? Yes. Yes. That's what I would say. They would be okay. SSK, will I get a government job when? Okay, so the cards say don't focus on the present, focus on the future. There is Queen of Wands in reverse. So this might be SSKU. So if you're feminine, this means direct your energy outwards. So find a lot of network that will get you that job. So it's more the people that you know than what you know. But also if you're masculine, it might just be that you find something that's more appealing, which you can then stay at home. You're very welcome. Destiny, the empath coach. How is Keegan doing mentally? I feel like this person is mentally doing very well because they're keeping themselves distracted and they're also deciding to be more in touch with creativity. So it seems like this person will really work on this in general. Where she de la says, will I succeed this year? You need to plant these seeds to grow what you want to grow, but also Page of Pentacles, which means that you know what to do financially. You just aren't doing the financial the wisest financial choices out there. So if that makes sense to you. Curtis says, Sunil's feelings and next actions towards you. No worries. Page of Wands and the Sun. So this is interesting because Sunil is really not going towards a next action. They're probably just basking in the glow of now and they're basking in happiness. So Curti, they're really not choosing much. So they're probably just in that glow of happiness. So Leanne says, hi, will it work out? Sorry guys. I just scrolled down and got lost. Will things work out good for the sun that's all locked up? I don't think so, Eleni. There is the Three of Swords. You worry about him a lot. And I think that the cards are saying it directs your energy to what you can do, which is your own business or whatever you're starting up. But unfortunately, I don't think that it's going to go well with your son. Bojana says, when will my cancer contact me? When will your ex? I feel like very soon. I feel like not like I would say this month, to be honest. That I would say. Julia says, "What does A feel about me?" This is interesting. King of Swords in reverse. This person's not really doing very well with their anger, and they're probably being very sarcastic and possibly mean to you. So I would generally say that this person might not, you might be giving this person a lot of leeway, and I'd be a little bit worried because honestly, swords in reverse tend to be quite tetchy, and you might need to tell them what to do. A wheel of fortune means that you have to plan this connection if you really want this connection to survive. So I don't feel like this person is thinking a lot about you overall. Um, and I would say that they aren't particularly like not selfish. That's what I would say. Tiffany says, any insights on love and career? Chariot. Okay, so there's extra money coming in for you, and that you're working very hard. So you're not going to move um at all this year. Actually, you're probably not going to transition at all to anything that was physically moving. So you're stuck where you are, but you're also going to earn quite a lot of money. So Tiffany, I don't think that I see any love cards for you at all. And I would definitely say this is you. So I feel like you're going to have a really good year in Korea, and you're going to be earning a lot more money, but Glenn says, what is these current feelings for me? This is interesting because I feel like this person's slightly self-absorbed right now, Glenn. And I would say that they are not really thinking about starting like moving together, or kind of being more um serious overall. So I would advise you that this person might be doing a lot of self reflection right now. So this could just change naturally as this person starts maturing, but I would also doubt it. Hey, Frederica! You're very welcome, butterfly. G Mama says, what are Scorpio's latest feelings and thoughts regarding me? It's interesting because this person's willing to stay, Chi. So this person doesn't want to leave. And they're also willing to give you more of their time or more of their attention overall. So you will see them a lot more in the future as well. Katrin says, should I continue looking for work in an area that I've worked for, or change it to another field? I think that you have been doing this work for a while, and it would help you a lot more to stay, but it's also that you get some hope and happiness and spring and all these exciting things coming to you if you change your field. So I feel overall it depends on where you want to be. Do you want the security and you want to stay in this field for the next 40 years, or change it because there's so much more that you could be doing or exploring that might be better than where you're stuck at right now? So both of them are good, but it depends on you, Katrin, where you want to go. Will I get my job with my sister? No, I don't think so. I would say that it would definitely not be. There's a addiction here not to think about yourself and not to actually control what's affecting you. So I feel like you won't get this job, but there's a lot of underlying things with this as well. Sorry, Miriam. So Kaiten says, what does R think about me? Ah. Okay, so this is the interesting thing about this person is they're probably um showing some amount of pettiness or bad behavior. They say that that's the case. So the weirdest thing is Queen of Wands upright is a very social person, and King of Cups in reverse might be a very emotional person, an overly emotional person. So I would definitely say that if you're masculine, that you're quite clingy to this person, and they actually, this is the interesting dynamic because Cups would want to stay in and Wands want to go out. So Wands are very adventurous, Cups want to stay at home. So it seems like this overall is hard because this person might not trust you to be out or do your own thing. Or if you're in reverse, you need to realize and trust this connection overall. So Kay did a thing start in February or March last year. Well, you got out of something in February. Um, you didn't get completely what you wanted last year. It seems like you're still stuck in a part that you're not using your creativity to find your outcomes or to create something physical manifestation wise. So it seems like you're not giving birth to something that you want to give birth to. And that doesn't mean like a kid, it means something bigger. But in general, like last year, like I would say this is February, you went through a mental struggle that was quite big and you actually emerged out of it in February. So you still need to go and figure out and connect with your creativity or something bigger and then bring it back to you because that's a thing that I would definitely say to you. So Curtis says, is he in a third party relationship? He is definitely looking for someone. I don't think that he is in a third party, but he doesn't want to take care or protect you, which shows me that there's a red flag here. Because this person, if they don't want to care and protect you, like this is a natural thing in most things. I would say that this person doesn't care, you know? And this means that this person has a very healthy self-ego. So if they've got lots of good things coming in, I thought that they would share it with you. Butterfly says, lastly, can I please know if things will turn in my favor in the future? Strength? Okay, so the cards are saying that you have enough strength to get through these things. So I would definitely say yes, but you might be too ambitious with most of these things and you might not be able to reach everything that you want. But with your strength, you will actually work towards it. If that helps you, butterfly. Butterfly Rose, is Janesh thinking about me? Yeah, a little bit. I think this person still doesn't want a complete connection with you. But yeah, this person is trying to either heal his heart to come towards you, or yeah, just dealing with what's happened in the past between you guys. Kaya says, "What does his friends and family think about me?" That you're kind of chaos. Probably not in a good way, but they do realize that you bring out the best in that person that you're thinking about. So I think that you're doing very well, but yeah, they do find you a little um bit of annoying. So the rest of my year will be prosperous. Yes, for you, but probably not the rest of your family. So I think that you'll get some good luck. You're very welcome, Curtie, but it might not be shared and translated to the rest of your family. Lenny. Traveling Buzz says, "Hello, what is my Aries man um tensions regarding our relationship?" It's interesting, Traveling Buzz, because I feel like this person doesn't know how to deal with relationships very well. Um, and so therefore they might pretend that they don't want it, but they do, and then they don't, and then they do. So it's kind of a weird thing that they are pretending when they don't. They do care, but they don't know how to accept that. So you might have to realize that yeah, get used to them going, "Oh, but I don't." And you're like, you do care. Is my person ignoring me or avoiding me for some reason? The hardest part is that this card in reverse means that this person either isn't seeking a creative connection with you or doesn't want to set up a family of kids with you. So this might be something that they've just decided that they don't really want. So this could be just that they're avoiding talking to you about it. But it's a thing that I would generally say that it's like all of this good stuff is coming in. So it could just be that they are thinking about a lot about everything, and at the moment they've decided that that's the case. Does the universe have my back? Okay, so it's interesting because the way that you're asking the universe. So there is attention-seeking behavior, butterfly, to the universe of the past, and it might be just like the way that we ask or manifest something. We cannot do that with fear in our hearts, because fear doesn't manifest anything. Fear will actually drive things away. And the Ace of Cups in reverse means your heart is full. So it might be time to actually clear out your heart for your universe to bring in something good. So it's not like the universe doesn't have your back. It just means that it can't give you anything. So it will wait until there's space in your heart and your fear of fear before it manifests something. No worries, traveling buzz. Butterfly Rose says Janesh told his family about me. He's already met mine. Um, yes, he has, but the weirdest thing is he's told them that you can be quite egotistical critical, or that you tend to be very argumentative, and he doesn't like that about you. But the whole idea is that sometimes when you look at this from the outside perspective, you might get really upset because you're like, well, why have you told them about me like that? And it might just be like when you're getting frustrated, you might need someone else to bounce off ideas off. So it might be that he doesn't mind all of this, but sometimes it's the case that we can be quite strong, and you have a very strong personality, so that's okay. That's so good. So it's the way that you can be very direct and very blunt, and also you might be talking more, and, and so he doesn't feel like he's listened to. So it's kind of a hard thing that there will probably be very fights. So Anchel says, when will Aranesh a Gemini? No worries, butterfly. But when you see the inside of someone's conversation, sometimes you're not supposed to, because it does change the relationship somewhat. Gemini contact me with no communication from the last. Okay, so Ancha, you want to know, this person knows that you want them to contact, like them to contact you, but they seem to lack the emotional self-awareness to actually be willing to contact you, and that's really bad, Angel. But they don't seem to have the kind of wiring to really empathize with you in as much. And the start means to grow and grow yourself. So it seems like this connection's kind of gone, if that makes sense. Hello, Ericassi. How are you? Why is Andrew asking me when I'm going to go back to work and I pay all the bills? I thought he moved on. This person wants some money from you, Miss Mon, and this person is quite foolish. So it's kind of a hard thing where I don't feel like they understand life in general. So yeah, I'd be warning you about this person because they're very foolish and they do want some money off you or something. Will I get any job in the future? Currently at home looking after my kids. I'm a housewife. Please suggest. Yes. Um it's an interesting thing. You seem to have a direction of travel. So you're actually going to be working on something. But the tower moment seems that with your kid, the tower means that you weren't able to come back and do what you're doing. So I think that you have a really good head on your shoulders and you're actually working towards something. So I'd say in general, just focus on the direction you're going, if that makes sense. Because you're going somewhere. I would generally say that SSK not to worry about like a job. Does that make sense? It might be something very, very different, like YouTube or something like that. Manifest, hi, what did T think about my last story and pictures I sent to him? He didn't like it because he knows that you shared it with everybody else. So it's not special to him, Manifest. So I think he's a little bit slightly jealous. Anya says, can you please tell me, will I have a successful career in music? Yes, you are putting in the work, putting in the time. and you'll get there. Just keep on working on it. Keep on struggling because it seems very positive. I'd be also worried about your boyfriend. I think this is your boyfriend. A King of Wands in reverse means that this person's putting a lot of wants to spend a lot of energy with you or time with you, and this might be a problem down the line. But in general, I'd say focus on your own person and keep on doing what you're doing because you're doing great. Harajuku Barbie says, hey, may I know what Jared? The weirdest thing is Harajuku, I'm thinking Jared Padalecki. And honestly, I'm not a big fan of Supernatural at all. My sisters back in the day used to watch it, so hopefully you don't. One of my sisters actually has an account that's called Jared. It's got Jared and then uh like babies or something like that. Oh my, thanks. Oh my god, I'm already on YouTube and we're online. It's the SSK. I don't know whether that will actually a job, probably not. But you're doing great, so I don't think you'll need a job. Okay, so we'll go back to Harajuku Barbie. So the interesting thing is this person might be focusing on their own way of making money, so they're not investing in you, and they also see a lot of options, but all the glitters is not gold. So it's kind of a hard thing where this person might think a lot about their self-importance and stuff like that. So I feel like that's the case. um yeah, they're a little bit, you could probably take them down a notch. go go and do that. But yeah, I there's nothing about you, unfortunately. It's all about them. Oh. Okay, so general reading. Okay, you need to be a little bit more aware of your financial decisions, and be more financially knowledgeable. There is something about the clutter or chaos in your environment that you could clear up, and maybe this is time to resell some stuff to actually earn some more money and be more financially savvy overall. But it seems like you're just called to look after your finances for a while, error case. So Atisha, I don't know how to say that. I, I, I don't know. I only speak English. Please don't pick on me. I'm sorry. uh, I don't. You don't know English. I don't know Hindi. Sorry. Will I be confident with my singing? Interesting. I think that you're called to be more present-minded, Ania, when you actually sing. And you get very angry and very frustrated about your level. Actually, you're probably very hard on yourself, Ania, which is good, but you need to be a little bit more present when you sing because um confidence and stuff like that comes through your voice. So it could just be that you're thinking quite a lot when you're singing, and that's kind of creating that sound that you don't want. But yeah, I am Queen of Swords as well, so I get frustrated. I like what one of my sisters says, I'm very hard on people, which I'm never really happy about. Mars 2 says, is A looking for a serious relationship with me? No, I think this person is quite stuck right now, and they're spending a lot of their emotions or feelings on a lot of people. So they're really not saving up for any meaningful connection, Master, I would say. No worries, Eric Casey. You seem too sweet. Oh, you should ask my sisters that. How the PK says, how do my sisters feel about me? That you can be quite like egotistical. It feels like you're very competitive with your sisters. You're very welcome, Master. You're very competitive with your. Weirdly enough, I wanted to say sisters, but I don't know whether you've got more than one. But I feel like you've got a couple. And the Empress in reverse. So it might just be that you have natural squabbling, and this person does feel like you're quite selfish sometimes and doesn't see a creative point of view. But also you do have some amazing parts about you, amazing qualities to get people out of their mental struggles. You're very good at being very on it. I guess that's what I would say. You're very good at showing other people how to get out of their mental quandary. So I think overall, this person might not feel like you're the most caring and nurturing of a sister, and you tend to have quite a competitive nature when it comes to your sisters, but that's okay. But you generally they don't stress and they don't worry while they're around you. So I would say that you're doing a great job, PK. So I I feel like they tend to stress less because you. Will I get my own home? We're currently stuck in two property deals, paid money, and still not got a home. I think you will, but you have to not get upset. I think it's affecting your partner more than you because this is emotional. You're very welcome, PK. This is very emotional. So this seems like you are called to take a financial offer. So this could just be the offering of your house to you. So it seems like that's the case. I would definitely say your home is sooner than you expected. So X, how does that guy feel about me? So this person's heart's healing. X, I would definitely say that's the case, but they still don't want a family with you. So there's kind of a weird bit where this person might not want kids. So if you want to have kids with this person, you might have to tell them. But their heart is healing, so you're doing a good job. This person, if they weren't serious, they wouldn't be doing this work. Because if they healing hearts hurt because you have to deal with all the inside, and that hurts more than anything else. Because it's like, how many people hold on to baggage? That's the case. Okay, so please tell me if I'm going to marry the person I'm in love with. It seems no, but it's because I think that you're going to be naturally stuck in this connection. And you might actually put your energy other places other than getting married to this person. So it might be that you get naturally stuck with this person, but not married, if that makes sense, Anya. And the big hit company, no, I don't think that you'll get in the big hit company. It'll be something else. Pragati, did you have a question? It's going good. but I might finish up soon. So it's going to be 10 minutes. Anybody else have any questions before I close the chat? And then I will I will move on. Hello, Mary. What's your questions? Because I've caught up with chat, which is very interesting because I usually don't. Amarita, what's your questions, guys? Sorry, Bo. What? How is my ex feeling about me? This person's dealing with a lot of things, so they might be quite self-obsessed or self-absorbed right now. So they're dealing with a lot of things. And I think you factor in one of these things that they are still repeating over and over and over again in their head. But yeah, I definitely say that this person might be ruminating on things in the past, and you've been becoming part of that as well. Aquib's feelings for me, ma'am. Will he marry me? Yes, I think that this person will marry you in the future. Mary, because this is upright, so this person's investing in you, and they brought you into their own world. So you are part of their space. So when I get these things, I honestly would say that this person values you very much, Mary. But this person's very practical and very pragmatic, so. Mo says, am I ready to start charging for readings? Okay. So, firstly, I would say that you might not be ready, but it's not because you're not good enough. Does that make sense? So you struggle to ask people for money, and you're not very confident at charging anything for things. So you might need to ask for donations like I do on YouTube, or just close your eyes and click and choose the price for them. You can be very specific as well, and you might need to see a bigger picture. But overall, Mo, you should not hold off. It's nothing better than the present. And I would honestly say to you, as someone that, yes, Tisha, please put down your question. If you put it in English, then I can read it and tell you. So I would say to you, as a reader, I have done this for a very, very long time, that it's depending on what people actually ask you. And you've got to pick up quite a lot intuitively about what they're asking you, because you can be very specific and very direct, but sometimes people are asking you more about how they're feeling more than the question. So overall, it's intuitive and working towards it. But Mo, definitely tell me when you come back with charging, because I would definitely love to know. Haley says, when will I get the job? Tell a moment. Okay, so soon for this job, but do realize to relax, Haley, because you're actually close to burning out because you're quite stressed. But soon, I would definitely say. Amarita says current feelings and next actions of the person on my mind. This person's willing to grow something with you, so they're going to see where it naturally happens, and they want to flirt as well. So I feel like this person's just starting this beautiful thing and then waiting for it to grow. So pretty much this person's going to see how it goes. Citron says, "Hey there, does my person want a break from our fleeing, or do I hear back from him?" It's interesting because there'll be less of a connection, Citron, but this person still wants to be around you, but they might, yeah, they might want a break in general, but they'll be back. No worries, Mary. So Luna says, hello, my masculine. I am, thank you. Luna says, my masculine carries new energies towards my connection. Oh, okay. This is hard. Because yes, of course, SSK. We are going to be finished in about 5 minutes. So please place your questions down. So Luna, sorry. Okay, so the Hierophant, Emperor, and Chariot. I feel like this person feels very old, and they feel very like they've gone through a lot of relationships. So they tend to be a little bit more willing to move to break a connection than they are willing to stay part of it. So it's kind of a weird thing where you've got to realize that this person might be very bitter or not completely happy 100% of the time because they tend to dwell quite a lot in the past. So that is the case, and also the Chariot, so there's a physical move for them as well. So it tends to be a very hard thing where I would say that this person might not bring 100% to it. J Mary, of course you can. So I would definitely say that this person's more fatted towards leaving than actually working something out, if that makes sense, Luna. So Jane says, how does MK feeling about me leaving? This person is very much in the present, very heartbroken. I would definitely say that's how quickly. I would say. Katie says, I was looking how Matt is feeling currently. Taurus and Cancer. Maybe heartbroken, but it's because you're not spending enough attention on him, enough time with him. So it seems, Katie, this person wants to spend a lot more time with you. So that's what I would say. Will my current future be with Himnashu? It'd be okay to spend life with him. My English is very bad, ma'am, so speak slowly. Okay, Tisha, this person does see you as being amazing. Very articulate, very passionate. So I would say that you're very wise. So I would say that this person wants a family with you. So I think very good because this person's put you on quite a pedestal and does see you as the queen you are. If that helps you, Tisha. When will my brother get married? SSK, is everything okay with him? He broke with two girls in the past before getting married. It's affecting my parents a lot. I don't think this person, your brother's going to get married, but he will have a house, a home with someone, and possibly a family with them. So I don't think that you should worry about him getting married, but he's going to have a family in the future. Tasia says current feelings of a person on my mind. They want to flirt with you, Tasia, and also that they really see you as being like a soul mirror. Like they look at you and they see themselves. So they definitely your high compatibility as well, Tasia. So how does R feel like I move on with Dev? Channel messages from R. Well, they're definitely not excited about it. um, and they say that good luck. Does that make sense? They say good luck, so it's not like they understand that. Hello, do I need to be aware of foes around me? Mel, it's hard because I feel like you're seeing something that's possibly not here that you're very focused on. No worries, Tisha. I would say you're definitely worried about like something internal. Pretty much, it's in your own box, and you're focusing on the small things, and you should see the bigger picture. So I don't feel like you should be aware of that. Okay, so I will be closing the list tonight, but stay around. If I type in list is closed and you get your question in before the list is closed tonight, um then I will answer that. Cuz slow mode's on. So okay, so hi Cassandra, did I scare Scorpio away with any recent emails? I don't think that you scared with recent emails, but I think this person's naturally moving on anyway. Their energy is like directed towards most things, so I don't think that they're scared away from emails, but they're just naturally moving towards something else. So Lynn says, hi Cassandra, what are Virgo's thoughts about me currently? Okay, so there's a life choice here, and there's also a fear-based attachment in the past. So they could be actually thinking about like stepping up with you. This is a life choice. So usually what I say, if you guys are not in a relationship, is to choose choice of getting in a relationship versus being single, or like getting more committed with you. Like it's usually these what I would call big life choices. Oh no, how can they, uh type it in without a question mark and see if it works, and I'll answer it, because if it disappeared before the list is closed, then you just squeaked in there. But this is a fear-based attachment to the past, so this might be that he's got over you're leaving, but Lynn, that sometimes comes back in the future. And this person might need to let go of this fear-based attachment to you to have a healthy relationship with you. Because whether we like it or not, um, in our relationships, people can leave at any time. Is my future person working in a bank in your town? No. J. Mary, I would definitely say no. But the Wheel of Fortune means that you're actually asked to take the gamble that the universe is taking you somewhere that it needs to take you. So just take the gamble and see where you end up. But it says no for that particular person. Do you see a timeline when RN and PJ were set permanently separate for good. They're not working on it, unfortunately, I dash. If this person would work towards it, yes, but they're not. They're working on just focusing on love, not the money. So it's kind of an interesting thing where I would definitely say no, money, not love. So it's kind of a weird thing where I would definitely say that yeah, this is a mess. I wouldn't say they are separate for good at all. So Haley says, is it possible for me to go back to school and score straight A's next year? Yeah. The well, straight A's. It's hard because the cards are saying enjoy your time, Haley. And be more wary of like things that you can do better. But overall, I think the cards are saying enjoy this next year. Don't get too wrapped up in straight A's, but I think you'll score very well anyway. SSK, the whole idea is in India, um, that's true, but your brother might not actually get married to someone that's Indian or actually live in the country that you're living in. So I feel like that's the case. Um, it could be very common if he's no worries. So Sunblast says, should I distance myself from A? I think so. I think you're driven to another connection, or two journeys are coming up for you that you should take because they seem very interesting. But I will see you all tomorrow. Thank you guys for being here as always. You've been amazing, and I will see you tomorrow if you're actually around for live streaming. And I'll see you all soon. Bye, guys. Have an awesome evening.